Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel, and we're looking at the VFC KS1 again. I haven't picked this up in a while since we did our range tests, but we've got some parts to put in this, and yeah, we're going to crack straight into it. So I'm just going to check. We need to take this Tango 6T off anyway, because I'm going to hopefully take it and do some CQB, see how it does this weekend. I can't do Saturday. Hopefully I can get down and see the boys on Sunday for some CQB fun, so we'll see what it's like running a gun like this in CQB, because of course this thing kicks like a mule compared to other gas blowbacks out there. But before we do that, I thought, why not chuck some parts in there? So I'm not sure what the barrel length is. I'm guessing it's going to be around 300mm. I don't have time to order another barrel in for if I want to go this weekend, so I've got this 285. It should be pretty good to go. We've got a quantum rubber, which people, you know, swear by in the VFCs. We've tried it in a couple of the others. Do actually have these on the site at Jaeger Precision now, so if you want to pick these up, if you don't want to go for like a flamingo, we have the quads in too. Give you a bit more adjustability. And then I picked this up a while ago now, I just haven't got around to doing the video, but this is the tool, not that we'll need it shooting indoors, if I can get this bloody thing open. But what this basically does, you'll lock your bolt to the rear as normal, but you haven't got to fart around. You can just load this in, I believe. So that loads in like that. And then doesn't feel like we turn anything there. I think maybe we just need to click it into place. So this will load in. We lock it in to the barrel, and then keep a bit of force down, and we can hear it clicking. So we didn't have mounds of pressure on this, so I'm hoping that the 4UAD rubber, we can fix that. So let's do that first, shall we? Let's pop this pin out. It's a little bit stiff. So I'll pop the rear pin, pop the front pin, and this is pretty straightforward. So this gun, I haven't got to change anything on it for now, because the power is about a joule on both a 2.5 and a 3. And this is supposed to be dead simple. Now this is an extremely small Allen key, so I might have to go get my other Allen key set. But yeah, I don't think I have a small enough Allen key here. Let's have a quick scoot around. Let me grab my special Allen keys that are a little bit smaller in size, and then we'll get this barrel out. We'll show you how easy it is. Right, I've checked my kinetic driver. Doesn't quite have the bit for it. This is smaller than 1.3. So I've checked my, what do you call it? What is this one? I always forget. Aramax set. And this is a 0.9. Which looks to be perfect. So you probably get away with maybe a 1mm, but oh, is my thing dead? Oh wow, not off to a good start here. So I'm going to rob the bit from that set, which is good to go, and we're going to shove it in the kinetic driver for now. 0.9mm. Let's spin these little screws out. So we've got two little grub screws, fairly long. And the joyous thing about this is you don't need any specialty URX tools, which they do sell for this replica, to take the inner barrel hop unit out. We can actually pull it out from the back. So I've removed those two grub screws, and then I'm basically just going to hopefully push from the front, and you can see we can push the hop unit out the back. User friendly. Let's pull this hop unit and barrel out. It's a little bit greasy, but there you have it. I think that barrel's, it's only going to be a little bit shorter. It doesn't really matter all that much. And then what I'll do is I'll measure this one and I'll order the correct size for it. So first time taking this apart. So we're going to see what this thing is all about. So I presume we're going to need to pop this pin out here. And then, excuse me, we can remove the 2 screws and pull this thing apart. So this isn't incredibly tight, so we can just push that out. And then we should be able to extract it like so. So we pull the outer housing off like that. And we can see the nub under there. And then we need 2 little screws out. So let's find the right part here. That one's a bit too big. Let's go down a size. 2 little Phillips screws. That's not working either. So we're going to go to our trusty kinetic driver. This is a PH1. Try that first. This might just be thin enough to get in there, which it is. Very small finicky parts. Little countersunk screw there. Little countersunk screw on the bottom too. I can pop this out here. Right, there we go. And there you can see the hop, how the hop system works. So you've got this arm, nub at the top, hot rubber here, it's dead simple. And then basically the adjustment screw, which is under spring tension, so we need to be very careful because it's held in here. And it's held in the other side with a little spring, a little plastic piece. So we need to be extremely careful removing this. Don't mind Loki crying at the door. Oh, it's a little bit tight. It's a wee bit tight, there we go. So we can remove the 2 halves like that, and then we have this thing. So we can slide this bit off the back here. There goes the nub. That's a standard rubber. And this is how it works. So you have an arm, and then this is basically cammed like a like your camshaft in your engine. So as you rotate it, that's what puts the force in. This is actually a metal piece, which is nice. It did look like it was going to be plastic. So pull this. We have to worry about that actually. Let's pull the new barrel out. Now these unicorn barrels do come with hot rubbers, which what I'll always do is just keep these as spares. So we can put that in a little spares tub over there. Not the right length that we need, but honestly, you know, missing that inch and a half off the end, maybe 2 inches, is going to be plenty fine. As easy as this is to pull apart, when I get a barrel, so I'll measure this up and I'll order one, we can easily swap this out, and then maybe we'll put this 285 in the spear because that had a barrel that was slightly too short as well. So, right, enough talking. I hope you've been enjoying the videos lately. Not as many uploads as normal. I hope you've enjoyed the gameplay that I've been posting. Many of you were questioning why I was posting HPA stuff. And, you know, if you didn't know, I built that really nice MTW years ago now. And I've never used it. So I thought I really need to use it. And I really enjoyed playing with it, to be honest. The only good thing about that MTW9 in CQB was having more ammo available compared to a gas blowback, but and the thing was so quiet that when I was shooting people, the only way they were really seeing me is when they were like tracking the tracers, because the thing was just so damn quiet. So we'll load this hot rubber onto our unicorn barrel. We'll make sure that's all seated in place so it's squared. We're going to go to we're going to pair it with the nub as well. Let's slide this on. See the best way to do this. There we go. slide that into place there. Put our little cammed screw, and then very carefully place this all into the hop unit, making sure we centre this. So this might be one of those things where you just have to have a bit of patience, get it right. That feels like it's sitting right. We can always rejig it if we need to. So when we were on the range with this, now we were adjusting the hop without the special tool. Why they couldn't give us that tool in the box, I don't know. And it was a bit of a pain. It didn't really give us much feedback when we were trying to adjust the hop. So this doesn't feel like it wants to go together for some reason. We're going to use, that's a 1.3, is that a 2? We're just going to spin this, hopefully. There we go. So I'm just spinning that wheel, or the little screw, backwards and forwards till this sits correctly in place, because we need to centre this on the barrel, make sure it sits nice and tight. We'll try and get these screws in here. We'll loosely pop these in for now. Oh yeah, it wants to come apart, so let's quickly just start these screws. I'm not going in all the way just yet. Just so it holds it together, and then it does look like that barrel's slightly off centre. Looks like the barrel's off centre. Why are you off centre? Come on. I'm going to spin this. So you'll see, it feels like it's clocked in, but you can see with the keyway on the barrel, we're slightly off to the side. So the barrel needs twisting, but it doesn't want to twist into place. Why? Why? So let's loosen these screws off a little bit. These unicorn barrels are highly recommended. People swear by them. So yeah, everything's slightly askew. So what I'm going to do, pull these screws back out, and we'll just try and recenter this. But yeah, don't panic. I'm very much still on my journey of gas blowbacks, so no need to panic with that. It's nice to change it up every now and again and try some new stuff. So I'm going to pull this adjuster off for now and see if we can properly clock this barrel. So it looks like it doesn't quite want to clock in properly. Let's pull the hot rubber off. Why? Now I have heard things about these barrels being a little bit tight. Let's take our original barrel. We might have to stick with the original barrel for now. Let's try and slot this one in. So it might just be very tight, and it just might fight us a little bit. But that one clocks in straight, pretty much straight away. It feels like it's going in, and then it gets stuck. Why? Why are you getting stuck? It's never straightforward with these VFCs. That now looks like it's sitting straight, so let's put this hot rubber on. Centre the hot rubber's centred. Slide our adjuster on, get the quantum nub on there, like that. Try and do this all at the same time. Hopefully we can get this good to go. Take our first half of the hop, try and situate this all in place. Might just be lining it up is the key here. So that's gone in, it's gone in too far. Can we rotate it round? Let's hope. Let's get the other half. Let's get this plugged on there. We have to, looks like we have to like tweak this screw like that and get it set into place. But it's still kinking the barrel off to the side. Strange. Doesn't seem like we can center it either. We can get it close, but not all the way. Let's try and grab this a little bit tighter. We're still ever so slightly off, so it might just mean these barrels are a little bit off spec. We could just file it slightly, open up those ports on the barrel just to try and alleviate this issue. See if we can, need something a little bit better than that. Got anything that is, yeah, there we go. I'm not hardly taking any material off here, I'm just, there might be a couple of burrs on the barrel here, so I'm trying not to remove major material, but literally just deburr this little shelf. These are only like zinc plated barrels, so they're not stainless. As you can see how soft it is. So I'm not filing this centerpiece here. I'm just filing these edges ever so slightly to try get this to sit in place. Right, let's go again. Hop adjuster. Get the little nub. Try and keep this raw so you can follow along with me. Need the little doodad, the cammed screw. See if this little tweak has helped us in any way. We might be on a fool's errand here with it. So we'll put the halves together, get it situated like that. We take our 2mm and we're just gonna give it a little tweak. There we go. Tops on, bottoms on. Are we aligned? We're close. We're very close. Just struggling to grip it. Have I got anything to grip it? Let's have a look. Let's have a look here. Nothing to grip this. What's going on? A bit of tissue maybe. No, it's not going to work. It's close, it's very close. Let's try clamping it down. Maybe it pulls it centered, maybe it doesn't. See, when you, and many people are going to dislike me saying this, but when we do like other GBBs, we don't have issues like this, annoying issues like this. So it's still ever so slightly off to one side. Have I got anything I can grab? I'm just going to grab the flat edges of this barrel. Did that get it? Did it get it? No, see, it's still off. I'm at a loss here. I don't really want to modify this barrel any further, so I think what I'm going to do for now, until I can find a better barrel for it, or maybe just we can get the barrel in the right length, and then we can come back when I've got a bit more time and I can focus on what I'm doing. We can get this done properly. So just try and split these halves here. So pull them apart, pull that off, pull that off, pull the rubber off. Take the original barrel. Where's my tape measure? Just so I know when I'm ordering. We'll put it on here. Get a rough measurement. Oh, it's like a 328. 328 or thereabouts. Well, of course, with these hop-up improvements, we'll take it back onto the range and see if it's improved it. Because although this KS1 was giving us slightly better results than other VFCs we've tried, it still was far from ideal. Not what you expect when you're buying a 600 and, well, close to £700 rifle. You'd expect for that type of money to be having better results, especially when you can get some cheaper guns now that shoot far better straight out of the box. It is what it is, boys and girls. It is what it is. And we're going to fit together. Top's in, bottom's not quite in. So a quick look-see here. See if we can figure out what's going on. I think it's these little springs and clickers that are getting in the way. Yep, there we go. No, we're still out. We're back in. And now, I don't know if you can see that. We're off still. Oh. Why are the fitment on these hop units so crap? Right. Screw this in before it screws up. Get our little screws. Get this nipped down, and then we'll try and align it best we can. Why they can't go to like a normal barrel cut like you see on a lot of the VSR style barrels, I don't know. Just trying to line this up with my eyesight here. With this being black, it's a little bit more difficult. So we can see that there. Oh, you might not be able to see it. So we can see it's much better lined up. We're pretty much on the money there. So there's going to be a specification difference to these standard VFC barrels and the unicorn barrels. So we've got that tightened up. Let me check it by eye. That seems good. Hot pressure. Still seems a little bit off to the side, but let's give it a little bit of a massage. Make sure that the nub's not clipping anything. And then what we do when we're adjusting this, of course, is we go clockwise. We don't go clockwise. Is it stuck? Oh, it's actually stuck. It's stuck on the little spring. Why is this so damn difficult? Why is it got to be so finicky like this? Let's try recenter this. Problem with a cam like this is that you'll never hit that point where, you know, you have a hop, you adjust it up, you get a stop, you adjust it down, you get a stop, so it's very easy to distinguish where your hop's set. With this one, it feels like it just goes round and round. Now it seems to be working. So you'll see, even though we've centered everything, our hop is still off to the side. And yeah, this is, I'd hate to say this is an abnormality, but it really isn't. This is normal for these VFCs. So you'll see the hot rubber, if we look at the arrow on the top, it's pretty much dead center. But when it displays the nub, you won't be able to see this, but there's a little bit more pressure on the left than the right. Now, I'll let it sit like this. We'll put some rounds through it, see if it centers itself, but that's in. Just know that if you're fitting like unicorn barrels and stuff, you might have a little bit of finagling, shall we call it, to do to get these suckers to sit properly. We're going to pop this pin back in now. It's a very simple system. There's not many parts to it. I just honestly think, and again, don't hate me, this is just my opinion, I just think the MWS hop system is far superior. It's simpler and it always seems to work. But let's not annoy the purists too much. We're just going to pop this back in now. It slides in from the back. Slide this down here. And we're going to try and line this up with holes in our upper receiver. I'm not sure if this self-centers, it probably does. Right, there we go. We get our two little grub screws. I feel like that took far longer than it needed to. And we're just going to screw these in, start them off loosely, and then I'll put this in the kinetic driver to tighten them up. There we go. Let's take that out, let's get that out of the way, and we'll tighten this down. We don't have to go silly with them, we're screwing into plastic. We'll just go till it stops like that. Very easy. There we go. That is our hop installed. We can take our charging handle, pop that back in. We can take our bolt. I can't remember if these come with an end pass as standard. I don't think they do. No, there's no grub screw there. But this one is UK spec. It's doing a dual out the box. There is no restrictor there. It's just powered correctly, shall we say. Right, hop installed, barrel installed. There's not really much else we really need to do for now. Of course, something will probably crop up in the future. So we've got a quantum hop with nub, and we're stuck with the original barrel, of course, because the unicorn just didn't want to fit. We just have to file it slightly to get to the same spec. But if I'm doing that, what I want to do is I want to get the calipers out and measure it and see where the difference is. So I'll be running, if I do manage to run this this weekend I will of course run a tracer. We'll put like a little suppressor on there. This is quite a long rifle for CQB, but I think we'll be all right. And then we can lock our bolt to the rear. We take our tool, we slot it into place, make sure it's pushed in. You can just twist this handle as you push it in. Clockwise for more, counterclockwise for less. And it also says that on the wheel there, so it's really easy for you. In terms of ease of use, now you would have to carry this tool on you. Adjusting that with just an Allen key is the most annoying thing in this world, and when I was on the range with it, I was having a real arse of a time with it. There we go, we whack our PMAG in, we'll just give it a quick function test. I think that's going to sound insane in CQB. We do get a lot of spring twang off the back. Now, there's plenty of ways that we could address this. The simplest is literally taking our buffer out. Let's push this little pin in. And we would just grease this spring up. So what I would do is, this might be difficult to do with the spacing of the spring. So what I'm going to do, if I can, is I'm going to hold the spring like this. You have to be very careful you don't let this go. I don't advise you doing it this way. It's just the way I'm going to do it. You know, get a grease pen. And we're just going to, you don't have to go silly. We're basically just lining the spring with a bit of grease. And it takes, just absorbs a bit of that vibration and that resonance in the spring. Now, there's no guarantee it will fix it on a buffer spring, but it does work with other replicas. And we're just going to load it up with some grease and hopefully take some of that twanginess out of it. So if you're doing it the same way I'm doing it, just be very careful, because if you slip with this, it's going across the room, possibly in your face. I'm just going to let that go like that. We should have a thin film of grease on that spring now. And hopefully we've alleviated a little bit. If not, it's not the end of the world. It is a bit of an annoying sound, but let's give it a quick go. Yeah, it's took, I'd probably say about 80% of the noise out of it. So that method will work. I could probably put a bit more on. But yeah, there you have it. KS1 barrel upgrades. Well, not barrel. We failed with the barrel, but hop upgrades are in there. And then now what I'm going to try and do between now and Sunday is I'll kit this up for CQB. I'll put a red dot on there. Red dot, torch, tracer, and away we go. We'll probably run it with the PMags. I only have one of the TAM ones, but it's not the end of the world. I said I'd do some more videos on this, and I have. It's stupidly long, so apologies for that. Some of you like listening to my backwards Birmingham accent, others don't. If you don't, just skip through the video, but I tend to like to include as much as possible because we all get stuck a little bit sometimes, don't we, when we're working with new platforms. So be sure to look out for the gameplay. If I do some, there's loads of stuff being restocked, which will be in stock back on the shelves at Jaeger Precision for Christmas. So I'm talking easy loaders, end passes, Titan nubs, CNC aluminium Titan nubs, AKM hop arms, Ghetto Blaster buffers, the pucks for the stock tubes, the blowback weights in titanium and in stainless, as well as many other little bits and bobs, and most importantly, the Jaeger impacts are going to be back in stock very soon. Machining and anodizing is finished. It's just a case now of assembling them, but we're going to have some cool colours, simple things as black. We've done a gunmetal grey. We've done blue because a lot of people are asking for like a training style blue colour. And red was also a good colour to ask for because red is usually quite bright. But you've seen that we did a bespoke-ish, like, you know, unique impact for Liam. So if many of you want that, you can get in touch with me if you want a special commission. They're going to be much higher in price because of the time and effort that goes into Cerakoting them, doing custom laser engraving and everything like that before it's assembled. But we'll definitely look at it. So thanks for tuning in as always. And from me and Bench, we'll be seeing you in the next one.